Hi, everybody. Good evening. Welcome. How many of you are first-time offenders? This is your first time? Oh, you're in for a treat. For those that don't know me, I'm Jennifer Massey. I teach grades 5 through 12, so if they choose to stick with band, they're sentenced with me for 8 long years. We've had a lot of fun getting started, and I want to throw some numbers at you, which I think is really impressive once you hear them play. This 5th grade band has only been playing as a 5th grade band for 49 days, and they've only had 17 full rehearsals. So during the week, we split them into 2 different groups, and then they come in on Mondays, Wednesdays for full band. So it's crazy how much they've accomplished in such a short time. I think you're going to be really, really impressed. If you are a 5th grade parent, if you are looking at the program that was available when you walked in, on the last page, I have some communication there. If you wouldn't mind, you don't have to do it now. You can do it when you get home. I use the Remind platform to communicate with you. I do use Class Dojo, but once your child gets into middle school, we no longer use that. So I like to use Remind. And that's a great way to get in touch with me if you have any questions. So if you wouldn't mind signing up for that, like I said, you don't have to do it right now, but at some point it would be great if I can communicate with you from that aspect. All right, so before we get started, I do have to give a shout out to Mrs. Shaper. She is in the back. I am very fortunate to have her as a co-teacher for this class. And I'm grateful for all of her efforts and her ability, because she is back there multitasking, helping play multiple percussion parts all at the same time. And she's just been a rock star. Can we give her a round of applause, please? All right, you are not here to hear me talk, but I do need to tell you, our first piece is called Creatures in the Attic, and it is exactly how you would picture creatures in an attic. So the composer wrote it because his 4-year-old son had a wild imagination, and it starts off very quiet, just as you're falling asleep, and then gets more and more exciting as the night progresses, and then starts to calm down as dawn approaches. And hopefully you can hear that through the music. We hope you enjoy Creatures in the Attic. Well, did they knock your socks off? All right, well, the next one's gonna do even better for you. So that one, obviously, a little bit, like when you're listening, did you hear Creatures in the Attic a little bit? Hopefully. Well, our next one is called Zombie Stomp. So, with the ever-growing popularity of zombie shows, the composer, Rob Grice, created Zombie Stomp, which has become a staple for any of my beginning band concerts. So if you've been here before, we've been playing this for years. Not only will this piece showcase each instrument, so if you listen carefully, you'll hear them all, but you'll also hear a variety of different percussion instruments and zombie stomping throughout. And now, because no concert is complete without a really good Halloween joke. Did somebody just groan? Already? They groaned already. All right. How do you know vampires love baseball? They turn into bats every night. Don't worry, they're gonna get better as the night goes on. All right, I hope you enjoy Zombie Stomp. Thank you so much. We're going to do a little switcheroo, get 6th grade on stage. Don't forget, we've got a bake sale going on out in the Commons. Thank you so much for the PTS for putting that on. All the proceeds are coming back to the band and choir. Hello, for the people that just joined us, welcome to the band Spooktacular. This is the 6th grade band, and that was entitled Graveyard Shift. Our next piece is called March of the Robot Brigade. And I kind of picture in the piece, if you were to just sit back, close your eyes, you could picture a army of robots taking us over. So listen carefully, have some fun. This features our percussion section. Enjoy. Thanks so much. All right, a couple just house cleaning things. If you weren't here for the first portion of the concert, check out the last page of the program. I use the Remind app for communication, and I would love to get more of our parents involved in that platform. When you get to middle school, we no longer use Class Dojo, so I rely heavily on Remind. So no need to do it now. You can do it when you get home. You can scan the app or scan the QR code or go to that website. It's a very easy text-based service. I promise I will not flood your inbox. I only send you things that are important, I promise. And without further ado, the joke. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I know. I heard a groan during the 5th grade portion, so here it is. What is a skeleton's favorite instrument? A saxophone. I'm here for another section. I promise. I got another joke for you too. Excellent. Our next piece is called Zombie Nation. And I will tell you, if you could be a fly on the wall in the band room, there are moments where they come into the band room and they're yelling at each other to hurry up and get their instrument out so they can count off and play the song without me directing. So I just sit back and I'm like, I've done my job. It's fantastic. So I will direct this one, but this one is called Zombie Nation, and it quickly became our favorite piece to practice. Enjoy. Thank you so much. This is the 7th and 8th grade band, and that was The Darklands March by Randall Strandridge. Our next piece is entitled Witch Hunt of 1692, and it is based upon the Salem witch trials. So between 1692 and 1693, more than 200 people were accused of witchcraft in colonial Massachusetts. Of the 30 people found guilty, 19 were executed. And you'll hear some very spooky things happening in this piece, all written for that time in history. Did you feel like you were in Massachusetts during the Salem witch trials? All right, then we did our job. Excellent, excellent. All right, so I have a couple house cleaning things to do before we move on to our last piece. Percussion's gonna get themselves set. That's always a mess back there. So first and foremost, for the third time, If you have a program in front of you and you are not getting my remind messages, please sign up so that we can communicate better. I do my best I can to communicate with you, and I promise I will not flood your inboxes. Tonight, if you are a 7th and 8th grade parent, your child has band tomorrow, first hour. So they need to take their instrument and put it in the school van, which is parked right outside the commons, and they can get there by going down the back stairwell from the band room. They know this, but if you as parents could remind them that their instrument should go in the van so that it can be transported up to school for tomorrow morning, I would really appreciate that. We have a Veterans Day program coming up, and we need every single practice we can get. Thank you so much. There's a bake sale going on. Please eat all the good stuff out there. PTS has sponsored it. We're so happy that they are here helping us raise money for the band and choir. Our last piece this evening is called A Rockin' Halloween, and it includes Ghostbusters, Werewolves of London, and Scooby-Doo. And I need your help yelling, Ghostbusters. Don't worry, if you don't know it, I'll turn around and point to you. You just have to yell, Ghostbusters. The flutes and the clarinets, and I think the trumpets will help you. Maybe. All right, without further ado, the final and last joke of the evening. Are you guys ready for this? Yep. Why didn't the vampire attack Taylor Swift? Because she has bad blood. I really wanted to sing that, but my daughter told me I was not allowed to sing it. Yeah, all right. You're welcome for that one. All right, without further ado, A Rockin' Halloween. Also, thank you, Troy Vandervest, up in the booth, giving me light and sound. Woohoo! Thank you, Troy.